What's going on? I'm Justin from the Art of Repair, and I'm back, and we're giving away some more prizes. And I know if you count your little pesos, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. I was supposed to give away a few more prizes last week, but I didn't. Truth was, over the weekend, I really just wasn't feeling very good, and I just didn't have I didn't have this energy to jump out here and just be like, yeah, we're giving away some prizes. But it's okay, because we're still going to give those prizes away. It just wasn't going to be over the weekend. It's going to be on a mystery day. We're still giving out the prizes. They still exist. iFixit still has more stuff to give away. But I'm feeling much better today, and I thought, you know what? We still have prizes to give. Let's go ahead and get back on track. Let's have some fun. Let's introduce the next company. The next company giving away prizes this week is going to be Bakon, which is a Chinese manufacturer of soldering tools, and I think they make all kinds of other fun stuff. The interesting thing here is I know that within this community that there is kind of like you're either with it or you're not with it when it comes to the Chinese aftermarket stations. And, I'm really only trying to let people into the group and the contest that have good communication and that want to actually be part of the group. And, when it comes to Bakon, I've actually known them in person for quite a while. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I used to live in China and I used to develop products over there. So I do know quite a bit about that side of things, and I've made a lot of friends while I was over there. And Bakon kind of stands out because usually when I say something to them, they listen and they act on it. And I think that's what we're looking for in this community is, different partners in different companies that we can talk to and they listen with intent. And I think that's going to be Bakon. So they are going to be joining us in the group. I think they've already been kind of posting around a little bit. So, please welcome them with some open arms. And, there is cultural difference between us. And I don't mean us and them. I just mean between the different countries. There are some cultural differences in how things are communicated. And, with that being said, they are going to do their best to just be kind of one of the crew, you know what I mean? Just to be in here talking with people and having fun and making memes and that kind of stuff. And I think that's really the best way to do it. But, and I think this is the most important part, I think them being within this group is really important if we communicate the things that we want from them. Like very directly. Just say, hey, we're having problems with X, Y, and Z, right? Like, I know that the voltage leak issue with a lot of the Chinese aftermarket stations is like a big, big deal, right? And they know about it. They're listening to it. But please tell them more. They're all ears right now, right? So with that being said, let's just make sure that when we communicate back and forth that it is respect on both ends. And let's have some fun and let's get started here, okay? So that means that we're starting a week of prizes from Bakon. What is going to be the first one? Let's go ahead. Let's check it out. Last week we were doing all the iFixit soldering station, right? Well, this week we're going to be doing different hot air stations, right? So the very first one we're giving away today is going to be the 858 from Bakon, and you can see it right over here. It is a very basic station. It does have a fan in the handle. And while most people are not the biggest fan of this, I think that if you are careful with them and you use them appropriately, they are much better than a paint stripper. That's a fact. My only advice is that whenever you use something like this style right here, that after you're done with it, put it back in the holster and watch that thing cool down. Don't ever just put it down and walk away, okay? This is one of the cheaper style units out there, and you want to make sure that you don't leave it unattended. But with that being said, it also can get the work done. So if you want to get down there and you want to get something done and you're kind of curious about post-iron soldering, hot air is the next step, right? Most contemporary soldering in S&D is through hot air. I'd even wager 90+% of soldering is going to be done with a hot air. So, if this is given to you as an awesome prize, it's going to be a great first step in the direction of learning how to use hot air. And yeah, I hope you're going to have fun with it, whoever you are today that wins the big prize. Now, with that also being said, you're going to get a little bit more. As you know, every single person who wins a prize over the entire giveaway term is going to get themselves, I think, there we go, You're gonna get yourself an Amtech 559 V2 10cc tube of Flux, and you're gonna find all kinds of uses for it. If you've got an iron, even if you're doing hot air work, you're still gonna need Flux. If you're going to put a chip back down, you're going to need some Flux. If you're going to use this on an FPC, an HDMI port, you're going to need some Flux. So we're going to make sure you get that. Inventec, makers of Amtech, is going to get that to you. Now, you're also going to learn some more stuff through the e-learning that you're going to get from me. That's right, I'm going to give you an entire e-learning dedicated, and to be perfectly honest, really, I can never do the weatherman. It's really, really heavy in the hot air theory. You're going to get that e-learning from me, and there's a lot in there to learn. So you're going to be getting the hot air station, you're going to be getting some Flux, and you're going to get an e-learning from me. So I wonder who the big winner is today. Let's find out. Okay? All right. And by the way, we have had a bunch more people sign up, right? We are at 187 people have signed up to win a prize. Actually, it's more than that, but we had to take some off because they were winners, right? We can't let them win twice now. So let's go ahead. Let's pull the magic lever. Let's see. Let's click to spin on the wheel of soldering. Who is going to be the big winner today? Let's see. Who's going to be the big winner? Forgive my terrible singing. Let's see. Let's see. Just some random guy. I gotta get better at that. Sometimes it takes me a minute. I was trying to read it a different way. It's just some random guy. Some random guy won the contest today. Isn't that some craziness? Just some random guy. You could be the next random person to win. You just gotta go ahead and do the thing. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you take the phone number here. You put it in your phone. You put it in there as something awesome. You can literally just name it Justin from r/soldering or Justin from the Art of Repair. You can put Justin Ashford, or if you're feeling frisky, you could just say, you could put in there winner, 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 big chicken dinner. You know what I'm saying? And you know that if you see that pop up on your phone, you're a big winner. So we've done it. We've pulled the name out of the hat. Somebody is winning some prizes today, and that somebody is just some random guy. So yeah, how about that? So if you want to win, make sure that you follow the directions in the post down below, or if you're on YouTube, make sure you follow the link back, read the post, see what the deal is, see yourself how to win some prizes, because we are giving stuff away all month long, you know what I'm saying, and you could be the next random guy to win, or the random girl, or whatever. You could be the next random person to win. You just got to follow the instructions. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see if somebody actually picks up the phone today.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
I'm telling y'all got to pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like calling people. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just like calling people. I think it's fun. It's kind of like being on the radio, and when you're on the radio, you can call people, and everybody's excited, and I just love the energy. But it's 2025. People don't know what a phone is. So anyway, just some random guy is the winner. I will see you guys tomorrow.